This is Mike D reporting for NovaChimp News. I'm standing in front of Community Action Partnership. I'm reporting on Putting People First International Women's Day March today, March the 8th. Putting People First is a grassroots group of people experiencing poverty and their allies. Putting People First, a grassroots group of people experiencing poverty and their allies to mark International Women's Day. As people all over the world celebrate women, their accomplishments, and continued struggles, we draw attention to the federal and state budgets and how, as usual, budget cuts will disproportionately impact women and children. We're going to be talking to some of the people involved in this and the march and the rally today. This is Mike D reporting. This is Mike D, and we're talking to Mr. Henry Williams, who is a part of Community Action Partnership, and we're going to be having a rally today, National Women's Day, and he's going to explain why he wants to be involved in this.
Oh, I was wondering, where are the men to support the women? Since this involves all of us and we all benefit from it, my concern is we need more men supporters of the women in doing whatever they're doing in the community. And it would be appreciated largely by the women, because every activity that I go to or visit or be part of, there's a shortage of men. And that's our first shortage, and we need that support. So we ask you to come out, be with the community, be involved. And today, I salute the women for what they're doing. But also, my point is, where are the men supporters?
Thank you very much. We're down here at CAP talking to Rachel Farisi. You're a student?
I am. I'm a Master's of Social Work student at OSU.
Okay, and tell me why you're here today.
I'm here today because I think it's common to believe that there is equality at this point in terms of women and the rights that we have. My concern is that we still don't make up half of Congress, and our voices and interests are not put first and are not equal. We still don't make the same rate of pay as men, and the rate of poverty is much higher amongst women and children. So I'm here to make that known. I think it's important that the current discourse is that it is equal, and it's not.
Thank you very much.
20% of your decisions are going to be a mistake.
People are making signs for the march here at CAP headquarters, Community Action Partnership. It's a peaceful march, peaceful demonstration.
That's all right. I know.
All about putting people first. Talk to your legislatures, the people who make the laws.
It would be snowing and or raining. And I
Watch it, Mike. Don't get in. We got a crosswalk. We got a
looks like it was yours. Yeah. and I'm preaching to the choir. There are three things I want to say, and this is my primary message, is that every citizen needs to make their voices heard. I was disappointed. I consider myself to be an intelligent, educated woman. And I went to a meeting at a church on Monday night and realized I knew very little about what was happening in the state budgets. The cuts for education and preschool and a lot of things that matter to all of us. So that was a wake-up call for me. So the first thing you need to do is you need to educate yourself in any way that you see fit. You want to read the paper, you want to watch the news, you want to go online, doesn't matter. So that's the first thing, educate yourself. Second, get involved and do what you're doing now. Join other activities. As part of the Advocacy and Education Committee, we are a small group. This rally today serves as a kickoff to a series of events that we are going to be doing this spring. And we also choose to get involved with other groups as they support justice. And so the third thing is I challenge each and every one of you to get a hold of someone that you know. Someone that you know. I want everybody to raise their hand if they accept this challenge. I will talk to someone I know who is not politically involved and educate them and encourage them to get involved. Just one. I was surprised to find out when I did an informational poll against some of my people that I know in my personal life. Even though they are very opinionated. I don't know why, I need some water. None of them in the last 3 years have contacted a congressman or elected official to give their views. Boo! And so that's something we all need to do. The train has left the station. We have elected these people. Now we have a responsibility to tell them what we think about what they're doing. So everyone needs to do that. So make the choice to have a voice now.
This is International Women's Day. We're out here with a coalition of groups demanding that the cuts that are being planned for working people, for seniors, for poor and unemployed people not take place. We need jobs. We have 23 million people that are unemployed, and we need jobs not for the government to lay off people. We need jobs in the most desperate way. And for them to lay off anywhere between 1 million and 2 million people so they can say they balanced the budget is totally the wrong direction. We need services. We need to change the whole direction of our country to put people first instead of the corporations and their profits.
Go ahead and tell me, what are the other coalitions that are out here today?
Okay, there's 3 organizations: Putting People First, the Education and Advocacy Committee of the Community Action Partnership, and the Miami Valley Full Employment Council.
And which one of those are you affiliated with? One of those?
I'm affiliated with all 3.
Okay. And about how many people you think you have out here today?
We have about 30 or 40 people from all over the city of Dayton and all over Montgomery County here who are tired and standing up. And we need other people in the community to stop sitting back and just watching what goes on and stop this craziness.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add today, sir?
Well, we have to change the direction by ending these wars and putting the direction towards the people themselves, and change our city and rebuild our society from the grassroots. My name's Logan Martinez. I'm with the Full Employment Council and the Education and Advocacy Committee and Putting People First. This is our first action, like Debbie says. We're going to be having demonstrations, meetings, discussions, outreach, all spring and into the summer. We are on a sinking boat. We have 23 million unemployed plus people around the country. These cuts that they're doing in Washington and in Columbus are going to result in more unemployment, not less. The private sector is going to hire more people, but they're going to be for part-time, low-wage jobs.
Right on.
And so all of us who are lucky enough to be working, are barely getting by because of how tight the money is. People who are poor are losing their shirt. The unemployed are losing their shirts. There are 20,000 home foreclosures in Montgomery County over the last 4 years. 20,000. You see boarded up houses now in the suburbs. You see homeless people. They put them inside places so people don't see them.
Exactly.
But we need everybody's help to reach out to your neighbors, to your friends, and your family members. We're going to be having meetings over at the Community Action. We need your input and your involvement. So let's stay together. Solidarity, brothers and sisters.
Tell me who you're with and why you're out here today.
I'm with the Community Action Partnership, which is a fantastic organization that provides a multitude of services in 5-county area, here in Dayton, Ohio, and the other counties. And we're here today celebrating International Women's Day. And since 1909, International Women's Day has been recognized. Some countries actually have it as a national holiday. And especially with Obama, re-signing the Violence Against Women Act yesterday, it's really important that we stand up, we show support, that we are grateful that that act was re-signed into law, and that we recognize that there are still many strides that women have to make throughout the world. And it's not just here in Dayton, although we have issues here in America, but we also have to recognize women throughout the world and things that we can do to help give them a voice and an opportunity to be heard. Nowadays, with the beautiful internet and social media, we have the opportunity to make sure that we share with other people that may not be well educated about the women's plights elsewhere in the world. Everything from small things, from a living wage, an actual sustainable living wage, which is something we struggle with here in the United States, to all the way to women that are imprisoned wrongly in other countries for acts against them, and so we want to make sure that we recognize International Women's Day and give a voice to all these women throughout the world.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add today?
1909! Look where we've come in 100-some years, huh? Never doubt that a small collective group of people can change the world, because indeed it's the only thing that ever does. Right? Right. So we might be small, but we are mighty. Right? What I want to talk about today is women's rights in the judicial system. All right? Women, unfortunately, in prisons across this globe are mistreated in prisons and not given access to the health care that they need. They die at a disproportionate rate in these prison systems. They are abused in these prison systems. All right, they are treated as commodities throughout the globe. We cannot tolerate this anymore. We cannot have the mothers of ourselves and our future treated this way. We need to think and act on women's rights and the way that they are treated in prison. We need to be thinking about the way that women are treated.
It's primarily, first of all, they can bust up the unions, which was their main agenda when they started. They can bust up the unions, they can lower people's wages, and the top 1% will be taken care of. The legislators are no longer for the American people. John Boehner's famous words. Whatever the American people want, this is not what the American people want. You always hear him saying what the American people want. Really, he should just be saying, this is not what the rich want, or this is what the rich want, because we're working for them. We no longer care. It's an all-out war against the 99%ers.
Yeah.
That's what we got going on now. another, you know, Sean Castman did an excellent job inviting people through the Facebook channel. And what's really sad and disturbing is that the numbers that we have. I think everybody needs to talk to their neighbors and friends and family more, and try to invite as many of them out with you as you can, because we can't win this battle by ourselves. We have to stick together, not only as a community, but as Americans. We can no longer let these people walk over us like they've been doing. They don't care nothing about us. You know, all these factories gone overseas because the legislators find a way that they can make some money off this stuff and hurt all the people at the same time. The American people that they talk about, they claim to care about. Those are the ones, we are the ones that are hurting. And we need to really get together and show them our force.
Shining a light on inequality in the United States and in the Dayton community. Right? Yeah, so we all know what's going on. We know there's a connection between the war abroad and the war on folks here at home. And we're going to stop it. We're going to say no more. We're not going to let it happen. Right? We're going to get together. We're going to get in the streets. We're going to educate. And we're going to say no justice without us.
W.H.I.O.T.V reversed a trend in South America over many years where people who were occupied groups in those nations were trying to improve the welfare of their people. And he was strongly opposed by the United States for that reason. He has died, and I think we owe a lot to him, because indirectly it's possible that our military interventions that we've had in South America and Central America may end. But then again, they may increase. But if the United States gets desperate enough, the corporate control wants to end their efforts just as they would like to end your efforts. And just like some of them probably in their offices are chuckling and saying to themselves, we really did that Occupy movement in, and we are happy now, and we can count on them. Thank you.
This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. In the squares of the city, in the shadow of the steeple, near the relief office, I see my people, and some are grumbling, and some are wondering if this land's still made for you and me.
This is Mike D for NovaChimp News. We're here today covering the protest in March for solidarity to celebrate National Women's Day. Putting people first has the rally, and the speakers today on the corner of 3rd, on the corner of Main and Stewart Street in Dayton, Ohio. On the corner of Main and Stewart Street in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, Brandy.
Come on.
What's this right here? Yeah, something like this. Can I open one of these?
Sure, I don't see why not. I don't know who it is.
I think that's what it's for. Jim bought it, yeah.
This has been Mike D reporting.